All right. It looks like we are recording, and I'm a little bit late on this, but I promised several people that I would do a review of the Spirit Keepers Tarot by Benebell Wen, the Revelations edition, which um, long story. Anyways, I just got those about a month ago, and I've been working with them, and they are amazing. And I've gone through quite a few decks looking for that perfect deck. And I found that in the Spirit Keepers Tarot by Benebell Wen. But to show you how deep the crazy goes, I'm going to take you on a little tour. So it started last year when I read this book by Benebell Wen, The Tao of Craft. And it goes into sigil making and all sorts of like the Lo Shu magic square, and just tons and tons and tons of information she packs in here, all annotated. Like, seriously, these are like college courses. And this one was all about Taoism, esoteric, like magic Taoism, food talismans, and casting sigils in the Eastern esoteric tradition specifically. So I read this book and I absolutely fell in love with her. And I think right about that time, or maybe I just discovered it, but I think right about that time she released this book, like right when I was finished with the Tao of Craft, Holistic Tarot. And I've read tarot before, all my life, off and on, like most of us, kind of dabbled with it. Um, and I thought, I love the first book so much, I will get this book. And you can see I have really loved this book and used it for a lot of study. So when I got this book and I started really dipping into it, I got excited to actually learn tarot, not in a dabbly way, but really dip into it because it's so interesting. The history of it and the fact that the Catholic Church used to promote it. And there's a lot of history here. So anyways, so I got this book. And right about that time, I found out that Benebell Wen was releasing, that she'd already released 2 decks, and they're limited edition, and really lucky if you get one. I think there's another one coming after this one. I could be wrong. But then I found out that she was having these pre-ordered. And I was like, I got to do that. And so while she was doing that, while we were waiting on these, and the group of us that had bought these were watching the ship that had them, go across the ocean. It was really, really exciting. But while she was doing that, I taught myself with Holistic Tarot and just a regular Rider-Waite Smith deck to read. Well, these cards are way different. I mean, they're not way different. They're based on a combination of the Rider-Waite Smith and the Thoth and Marseille all together. But, well, that's probably not the best card to show. Well, it is. It's the Priestess. But you can see that you've got the trigrams down at the bottom and all sorts of incredible symbolism and culturalism. I don't want to drop my deck everywhere, so I'm going to go this way. In these cards, they are just amazing and gorgeous. And I would say this is the 3rd rendition of these, unless I'm wrong and misunderstood that. But she has just been perfecting and working on these cards. And they're surprisingly easy to pick up the meanings of them. And everything you need, that's one of my favorites, everything you need to read these is in, where is it? The little white book that most decks have. And in the back of this little white book, she has the information about the trigrams. So you can do a little bit of I Ching reading with quite a bit of I Ching with this deck. So you can read tarot and I Ching at the same time, and it really adds a lot of depth. But just in the beauty of these cards, these are incredible cards. So, and with these cards, and I'll say, like, I keep the difference between using these and the Rider-Waite Smith deck that I was using. is the difference between working with silk or denim. The other cards were awesome, and I love those cards, and I used them every day. These cards are like, just, yeah, it's indescribable. Very, very beautiful cards, very beautiful to work with. The box itself, I had originally gotten a fancy bag to keep my cards in, but the box is so incredible. I have chosen to just leave them in the box. And the box has so much symbolism and just crazy, incredible thought built into this. And each deck, and I actually don't think you can get any more of this deck, but each deck came signed and numbered. So you can see mine is 2,389. Oh, so there was only 3,507 decks made. So I keep this in a safe spot with my birth certificate. I know it seems a little bit overboard. Each deck came with a magnet. This is a box that I just happen to have that fits my deck perfectly. So that's where I normally keep it. And this magnet was on each one. Each deck was consecrated, and it came with this. So that's just a little bit of a rundown on the actual deck itself and how gorgeous and incredible that is. If you got that deck and you just had the little white book, this is enough to read with it. But if you really want to go in depth as to the history and esoteric meanings and every possible thing that has been built into every card in this set, if you like learning everything, then you have the book of maps that goes with that deck. And this is where it really starts getting crazy. You can also get the journal, which has all kinds of exercises and deeper studies to really learn this deck. And there's a Discord group, and we're all going through this 22. I think this is just the major arcana in this journal. But anyways, we're all going through this journal together to really get deep, deep, deep insight into our SKT decks. And so backing up even more, one of the more exciting things that happened last year that really made a difference in my life was I ordered a journal by her. She makes these journals, and inside, this is my current year's journal. And inside, you have plenty of places to keep notes, like a regular, day planner. And I've been using it more like a journal lately. But also, she breaks down your personal zodiac in here. And food talismans. And this is me. And in the back, if you ever needed to know anything about anything, it's in the back. So this is my little feng shui map of my house. Other notes that you probably don't care about. You've got, let's see if I can read this. Quick references to geomantic figures, which I don't even know what that is yet. All kinds of runes and your chakra, and I don't even know what that is yet, except I know it's called the Tree of Life and it's important. Here, I'll just do this. And palmistry, but pretty much anything you could want to get into, including the I Ching, is all in here. It's amazing, an incredible resource. Pretty much you could carry this book around and to have just about everything you needed to know cross-culturally, just a smattering, just a working knowledge of, I would say, just about any occult practice there is. So even just as a reference book, this is pretty snappy stuff. I love this journal. So, and then plenty of room to keep your notes. And then what I have been using mine for lately, probably towards the end of this year, is more like a grimoire. And so you can see my recent entries are all my readings. And then I've been keeping track of my daily reading And then every week I can kind of go back and see how accurate it was or not accurate, but it's been a really great learning tool. So that was my highlight of this week, is getting this next year's journal. And again, it's got all the same stuff in it, all of the knowledge. And it's kind of crazy to look back at this year. I mean, look at this fresh new one, which I'm getting ready to mark up and do all my things too, to make it personal besides just my name being on it. That way, if I lose it, everybody will know whose kooky journal this is, and date planner. But when I look through here, I remember last year doing this and just kind of being amazed at all the cool information in here. And most of it, I had almost zero clue what it was talking about. And looking through it now is like, oh, I know what that is. I know what this is now. I know how to use that. So it's it's very, very cool. But I just wanted to share one of the more exciting things I found the last year was Benebell Wen and all of this incredible information that she puts out. This isn't even all the books that she has out. I've also got the Seals of King Solomon, which she has on her website for free download. The I Ching that she translates, like her translation of the I Ching. And she has a ton of free classes and stuff on her website, which is right here, right there. But she's got a bunch of free classes and everything, and there's some paid classes, but they're not very much. And honestly, for the information that you're going to get, unbelievable, absolutely worth it. So that is my rundown, my review of the Spirit Keepers Tarot. Which, can I give it more than 5 stars? I would give it more than 5 stars. This is an incredible deck. Yeah, and I guess more, because I can't just review this. I have to talk about the whole Benebell Wen package. She's amazing. So if you're looking for research or for practice or for whatever reason, you're looking for more information on the occult and esoteric knowledge and anything, honestly. She's got a course on witchcraft, modern witchcraft. She's got courses on I Ching, which I'm taking right now. Astrology, pretty intense. Just go to her site and you will find it. But that is that. Thank you, Benebell Wen, for putting all of this together. I cannot imagine what is in your brain to be able to come up with all this, but I appreciate it. So, and that is my review of the Spirit Keepers Tarot and Benebell Wen. If you go there and you wind up getting involved or taking any of these classes or anything, let me know, because I'm curious as to what you're taking. I want to hear about it. We can share notes. So, and that's it. That is that review from me tonight. And I know the holidays are coming. I got my, Jack Skellington Halloween Christmas tree back here, and that is the way I celebrate. That makes me happy. So I will talk to you guys later. And however you celebrate, I hope you're having a good holiday.